Charlie, how are you?
By the grace, I'm fine.
Charlie, nice meeting you.
Thank you very
I hope
much.
everything is fine.
By the grace, everything is fine.
All right. So what do you do now?
Right now, I'm an agent at My Life Insurance.
My life insurance.
Yes, please.
You do insurance policies for people.
Yes, please.
That is great. Do you bet?
About bet, I used to. I used to
Okay.
bet.
Okay.
I used to bet, but
How did you started betting? How did you enter into betting?
okay, as for betting, I don't have much to say about the football aspect.
Okay.
Me, I specialize at the aviator.
Aviator.
And
Okay.
even that one, I started it beyond the age. I think I was around 20 if I started. I
20.
didn't, yes.
Some few years back.
Yeah, just some few years back.
Okay.
Right now, I'm 25.
You are 25, so some 5 years back.
Yes.
So
5 years
how did you started
Okay, so
aviator?
I went to this school called Modern Senior High School.
Okay.
That was when I started aviator sincerely.
Someone introduced you to it.
Someone introduced me to it.
How did you start it?
So what really happened was we were at school and then I
Okay.
needed to pay fees.
Fees.
Yes.
Okay.
School fees for semester exams.
Okay.
But I couldn't get the money. And then the house too, I'm coming from, let's say it's a bit hard small.
Okay.
So I went to do some painting for someone. I got
Okay.
the money. I had about 200 cities. So yes.
Okay.
So a friend of mine told me that he has an idea. He will bring 100. I should bring 50.
Okay.
Let's multiply the money. So he created accounts for me on his phone.
Okay.
So every time I want to do it, I just use his phone to.
Okay.
I send the money through my account, then I send it to his phone.
Okay.
Then I have access to it.
Okay.
So for the first time, by the grace of God, everything we won about 450 cities because the thing read about 3. We have
Okay.
times 3.
Okay.
So this is how it goes. Aviator is in the form of, let's say, a plane.
It's like a plane.
A plane.
Okay.
So you bet your money
On the app.
on the app. So it has levels.
Okay.
Some it rises from smallest
Okay. To the
to the
highest.
highest. So as it's going, then it's
Okay.
expanding. Just like that. So when you put your money, let's say you put 100 cities, and then by the grace of God, it's multiplying. You have like times 2. They have written the times already. So whatever is written there is
Okay.
about that times. So
Okay.
when it's times 2, it means that your money has been multiplied by 2. So if it is 100 now, you have gotten 200.
200.
If it is 3, it means you have gotten 300,
Okay.
and so on and so forth. So that day, 150 CDs, we were able to get about 450.
Okay.
And then he gave me 200, and then
took
250 to 250.
Wow, that is a good business.
So that was when I was also saying that okay, fine. Then if this is how this thing is, I will keep on trying.
Okay.
So I think 3 days after that day, and I went to him that I want to try this time. I want to use 100 cities.
Okay.
I want to bring 100 cities so that he will bring. Instead, it doesn't happen. So if
So let me cut you here. So it means that you were having 200 cities.
yes,
Then out of the 200, you use 50 cities. So the 50 cities has been able to give you 200 cities. So you have 150 cities profit.
Yes.
Okay.
I have 150 cities profit.
Okay.
So my total money as at that time was 350.
Okay.
So the following 3 days, instead of me going to pay the part of the fees
Okay.
so that I can clear myself for the exams, I didn't. I was stupid. I was believing that I would get the money in bulk. So that I will go and pay once and for all and then clear myself.
So how much was the fees then?
The fees about then, let me say it was about 1,200, but we paid a little bit of. I paid about 400.
Okay.
And I was having arrears.
And so if you are owing 1,200, let's say 1,200. Now you had 200 cities.
Yes.
You want to double it.
Yes.
Now out of the
200
the
cities.
200 cities, now you have 350.
Yes.
So the 1,200 you pay 400. It means you are left with 800 cities to pay.
Yes.
So if you are to pay 350, you are left with I think 400 or what?
Yeah, I will be left with 450.
450 to pay.
Yes.
And then what happened?
So I didn't actually think about going to pay that 350 so that I'll be left with 450. I was thinking about what the business that transacted between the two of us, my friend, because that was my first day.
Okay.
And then I was very happy because I won.
Okay.
I won. So I was very happy. So I was like, if this thing will be so, then let me try it on my own. And this time I will use a huge amount. So the following 3 days, I went to the guy. I told him that I want to try this thing again. So we should do it together. I told him I will bring 100. So any amount he has, he brings, so that we put it on it. He said he doesn't have money. So he opened the account for me with his
phone.
yes. And then I deposited 100 cedis and I used. God being so good that day too. Let me say I have luck from the
Okay.
beginning. So God being so good that day, I had 300 cedis.
Okay.
So that 300 cedis, that's when money I read came inside for me.
So now you had 350 down.
Yes.
Then how much did you deposit this time around?
100.
100.
Yes. So I have
it means
250.
that you have 250 left.
Yes.
Then you won how much again?
300.
You won another 300. So adding up to your 250,
making 550.
550.
Which I'm even almost done with the fees. With even I will even have a balance of, let's say, when I go and pay, I'll be
You have
having
a balance of almost
let's say, 100. Yes.
Okay.
But I didn't do it that way.
Okay.
That was when I had money I read, because I see that the first one I won, second one I won. There's a possibility that if I should try that same day, that third time, I'll win. So this time I took 200 cedis out of the 300 cedis I won. So me, my 100 cedis that I won, I took it out.
Okay.
And what I won from them, the 200 cedis, I now deposit it to play. So that 200 cedis, to my surprise, the thing didn't even reach, let's say, one.
Everything.
Immediately I click on, everything just vanished. So I was having the hope that
1 second.
Just with the twinkle of an eye.
Wow.
So I was like, no. So I was having this money with me, and then just within a seconds, I'm able to lose it. No, let me try another one. Like I went to change the 100 cedis, 50 cedis, and I deposited so that at least I will have some coins on me. So that 50 cedis too, and also call.
So the money you were able to gather, you are almost losing.
I'm almost losing all. So instead I have 250 there, and now I brought 100 here. Now I left there with 50 cedis and went to add 300 cedis. So in the night, I was going to sleep. I was thinking about it. If I try further, I think I can make it. So let me just, this time, I will take 100 again, so that to be left with 200 square.
200.
So the following day, I went again with the 100. The thing is like a spiritual. The moment you start, let me say, God has blessed me in a way, let's say, I have the heart or the courage, or let's say, I have control over things. I don't let things to control me. Other than that, I would have been addicted to Aviator till today.
Okay. So that day too,
I went with 100 cedis, and I didn't win at all.
They took all the money.
They took all the 100 cedis. So the following day, I was left with the 200 cedis that I went to do the painting that I had with the same money.
Now you've got up to out of the 200 cedis you got, you went to do painting and had.
Yes.
You were able to double it up to
550.
Now you've lost all that money, and you came back to your 200. Wow, 350 is gone. Because of in Aviator.
Let's say a particular day when you are betting, it doesn't take even more than a minute for that money to lose or for you to gain.
Wow.
So that rest of the 200 cedis, I didn't even use it to pay the fees. That's an amazing aspect. I used some for food. And then the following day, I still went back with another 50 cedis. I remembered the last 50 cedis I was having through that painting work. We went to Asana. There's a place called Asana.
Okay.
A watchy seller. Yeah. I had a debt that I needed to pay her. I have about 20 cedis debt that I needed to pay her. But that day I went there with 50 cedis. So and I told her she shouldn't worry. She should just come and serve us. We'll eat when we are going. We'll pay her. So she gave me watchy with everything. I and my friends will 30 cedis. I mean, when I have, I give. Let's say sometimes I get out of control when I'm spending, because the moment I have and a friend is beside me, I'll let you feel good. Unless maybe I see that I'm running bankrupt, then I'll start to distance myself from you.
Okay.
So that day, even though I still have the hope that 50 cedis, I'll bet that day on Aviator and I'll win something.
Okay.
So when I went, I told the lady I should give us everything up to 30. So that plus my previous debt, making 50 cedis, then that's the 50 cedis I was having. And I sat down and thought about it. Now, no, let me try Aviator again. Maybe I'll multiply that money.
Wow.
So within that time, the shortest possible time, the guy opened the app for me. I tried it again. That 50 cedis to swim.
Wow.
That was the end of that 200 cedis. So, and then I was even lucky to hit up to 550. And now everything is gone. Apart from, let me say, the only thing I bought from that fencing money was my pomade that I apply, and then
Yeah.
roll on, some roll on. That is all. That is all I had from that money.
You use
The fees
all for Aviator.
Aviator. And then one funny thing is, I had a friend. He is so much addicted to it. He doesn't care to steal to go and win Aviator.
Really?
And then when he wins, sometimes he will bring the money back to you. That he will tell you that he stole your money, and he will
Okay.
give you the money back. But if he doesn't win, forget it.
Not mine.
He will not mind you. He's a twin. Normally he do smoke. So
Okay.
So one day we were in the class, and a certain guy was complaining that he brought his school fees in a white envelope, but the money, he's not seeing the money again.
Someone has
taken the money. And then when he said someone has taken the money, me, my mind went to that guy first, because I know that he's so desperate to do it. Because that particular day, he said he was looking for money to do the thing again, but the thing is not, he's not having money to do it. So somebody's school fees about almost 800 cedis. So he went for it. I'm sure he went for it. It's not as if somebody told me that he went for it. I'm sure. So closing, we were going, and I asked him that, Charlie, have you gotten some of the money so that you try the game? He said no, he has money. So he's going to try about 400 cedis. I was like, that was when I had the thought that this guy, he stole the guy's money.
Wow.
The school fees.
Wow.
God being so good, when he went to bed, he won. Oh, the following day he came to school up with about 1,500 Ghana cedis.
Really?
But this time he didn't go to the guy direct.
Okay.
He went to deposit the money
into the
guy's bank. But he took 300 cedis out of it, deposited 500 cedis. And the guy was using this currency, he was going to cash and all those things. So I'm sure that's the reason why he didn't send it back.
Okay.
So what really made me to stop Aviator was, let me say, somebody will say it's just a small thing, but I see it to be a big thing.
Okay.
That has happened to me. My last money for that particular week that was stop Aviator was 30 cedis.
Okay.
And I cannot go back home. My parents stays at New Somia.
Okay.
I was schooling at Spong.
Okay.
As at that time, to me myself, I said I'm a born again Christian, so I will not do a betting or whatever. Actually, the thing too, as at that time, I don't even know bet when I went to school. But when they introduced me to the team, the team was showing me.
Okay.
So that 30 cedis, I was doing calculation. No, when I go to New Somia, I can go and get full staffs. And then even my father will give me some small coins, and then I'll add it to it. But I was also thinking, these 30 cedis, if I should take 20 cedis, and at least I multiply by, let's say, 3 of it, I have 60 cedis. Plus the 10 cedis, making 70.
70 cedis.
So why don't I try? And my last money, I tried the Aviator. So it got to a extent that I was having the account on my own phone now.
Okay.
So I tried this one, and they won me. So the remaining 10 cedis, I was owing somebody. This guy Xavier, a friend of mine, he's called Xavier. He gave me money to school, and then he said he will give me 10 cedis to give to the sister. He said that's mobile money for him. So when the sister is going to school, the sister takes money from him. So he gave me that 10 cedis. I spent the lady's money way back, so I wanted to pay back.
Okay.
That 10 cedis too. I was skeptical. Now, since if I use that 10 cedis, I give it to the lady, I'll go hungry. So if I go hungry, now I don't have anything. There's no hope anywhere. I didn't want to call anybody to also disturb anybody, so I wanted to figure everything out on my own.
Yeah.
And then I still went in with full Vimo, that 10 cedis again, my last 10 cedis. Then when they go me past all the money that Aviator have taken from me, that's my last 10 cedis, and I put it on it. The thing read 4, and I was having 40 Ghana that I would have cash out. But I was thinking that since this thing is going, Charlie, then allow it to flow. So I intentionally left the phone there, and I forgot about it, that I was even playing some game, and I went chatting. Before I came, nothing was there.
Everything was gone.
And that was when I felt like, no, And the way hunger did me that week was only God. But
So
by the
that
grace,
is so that very week you really felt hunger.
what hunger did to me,
Okay. So how were you able to stop? Now you stop, or once in a while you do.
I've stopped. I don't even. If you now ask me that how is the color of the plane is, I cannot even tell you because by the grace of God, let me say, I have control over things. When something is weighing me down and I'm determined to stop, no matter how long it takes, I'll stop it.
Okay.
That's one thing about me. So I was able to stop it. That day, I told myself that I will stop it. And to my surprise, I was able to stop it. So I don't know. Let's say God gave me that power to have
Okay.
authority over things that weigh me down.
So this is about some how many years now
If I'm not
since you
lying,
stopped?
since I stopped, if I'm not lying, that's 20 after the school, 2022, 23.
2023.
Yes. Yes. Around 20, somewhere 2023.
Okay.
That I stopped.
So your aviator journey was just a small short
Oh,
time,
just some short time. So
1 month be.
just some few, let's say a year or two be.
Okay.
But I've been feeling for those who have been in it for a while now.
So what will you tell them? Those who are in it, stroke the aviator, stroke betting, and those who are yet
To join.
to start, because all you said was you never knew anything about that until you went to school. So peer pressure, peer influence. Your friend just told you, oh, Charlie, if we do this, we'll be able to multiply this money. And you listened, you tried, and boom, it worked. You went back again, it worked. Then from the third time going, it never happened again. They chop all your money. To the point that the money you had 200 cities, you were able to double the 200 cities to 500 plus, which can eventually solve your problem. The reason why you are multiplying the thing, it could solve that problem. Then you raise up your hand. You said no. You still use that money to invest back into it and eventually lost everything. What will you tell people who are watching you, who has heard your story, who are yet to start betting or do aviator, or who are already in it?
Okay. I don't have much to say though, but all I'm having to say is bet or Avita as a whole, or let
Mm,
me say bet as a whole,
mm.
cannot be totally stopped.
Why?
The reason is no my reason that I'm saying it cannot be totally stopped. Now you have the mobile phone.
Okay.
Now it's not like somebody is ignorant that you go to the betting center to
Mhm.
go and you send the code and they will give
Yeah.
you whatever, just like the
Okay.
football bet they have been
Okay.
doing.
Everybody has access to
Now everybody
their
has
thing on
access
the
to
phone.
on the
Okay.
phone, so everybody can create an account, even if the person is underage. The person has a brother or somebody,
Yes.
a friend, or anybody at all can help the person out. And there are other games too, some like the horse race.
Okay.
They have some games to call the horse race. That one too, you know that they have given the horses numbers. Horse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you
Really.
choose that at least. No, this race I think horse 5 will win.
Have you played that before?
I did it once when I was in
And
the
how
university.
and how was it?
That one I did it just once, and that
Mm.
one I was borrowed money 5 cedis. So I said horse 5 will win. And then horse 5 chop last. So that one I didn't go there at all. It was Aviator that.
You were doing.
So what I will tell people who are in need,
Okay.
for those who are in need and they are finding it very difficult to stop, I'll
Yeah.
just say that they should take control over themselves.
Okay.
They shouldn't be blindfolded with the amount of money they win from Avita or
Okay.
whatever. If you know that you have won 200 cities, at least have control over yourself. Take some amount out, use it for something,
Okay.
and forget about it. Now use the one you're having in the account or account to try again.
Okay.
Or better still, if you can and you can stop just like I have stopped,
Stop.
stop. And then for those who are yet to come in,
Okay.
I would say, oh, they shouldn't try it. If they
Okay.
are planning to come in, they shouldn't try
You
it.
shouldn't try.
If you have the money, rather go and invest somewhere or start up a business on your own. Be your own boss. Be your own boss. Because the system in which we are now, your salary alone cannot do anything.
Okay.
Be your own boss somewhere, your salary. So you be your own boss, you learn a trade or whatever. That one is better than betting.
Okay. All right.
So that's to me my understanding.
Okay. So if I'm summing up, if I'm summing up what Sami Junior is telling us that we shouldn't, we should bet responsibly. We should do the Aviator or the betting responsible. There should be some responsibility attached to it. And if you are yet to start, he's advising that you don't start at all because it's not glorious out there. The very moment you get into it, he is able to have, he is blessed with the spirit of what? Overcoming things. But maybe some of us don't have that overcoming spirit to be able to stop certain things at a certain point when they are weighing us down. So, simple put, we don't start what you cannot end. And some of these things happen because there are no job opportunities, there are no money, there are no financial support from internal and external sources. That's why people enter into this and all that. But I also believe that in as much as we have all these challenges as a country, there are lots of things out there that we can also do in replace of betting and its other co-friends. That eventually lands a lot of people into trouble. That people get addicted to and their lives gets destroyed. We'll catch you same time another time. Please subscribe to Darling TV official DARLYN DARLYN TV. Then you have the TV, then official official. Thank you for subscribing, and I'm happy that we are growing together. See you soon.